It started as a casual idea over coffee one chilly morning. What if we build a sauna out back? It sounded ridiculous at first. We didn't have a big budget, no professional builders, and certainly no blueprint. But that's the magic of DIY. The line between impossible and achievable disappears the moment you decide to start. We wanted something small, rustic, and personal. A wood-burning sauna tucked in the corner of our backyard, surrounded by trees. A place where we could unplug, sweat out the stress, and feel like we were miles away from everything. The goal wasn't perfection, it was experience. The first step was planning. I measured out a 6 by 8 foot footprint and leveled the ground with a shovel and gravel. Nothing fancy. Just hard work and a spirit of let's figure this out. We started with pressure-treated 4 by 4 south for the base, about $60 total. For the floor joists, I used standard 2 by 6 lumber. Another $100. Once the frame was square and level, I laid down tongue-and-groove planks for the floor. $80 worth of wood that instantly gave the space character. Every plank creaked with personality. Every nail told you this wasn't store-bought. The walls were a mix of salvaged cedar boards and fresh tongue-and-groove pine. Cedar is ideal for saunas because it resists heat and moisture. Plus, it smells like the forest after rain. I managed to find a batch of reclaimed cedar siding online for $150. That saved us hundreds and gave the structure a warm, organic texture. Building the frame for the walls was straightforward, just 2 by 4 studs, spaced evenly, fastened with deck screws. But insulation was key. We lined the inside with foil-faced foam board to trap heat efficiently. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. About $100 for insulation and reflective barrier combined. The roof was simple, a gentle slope covered in corrugated metal sheets, about $80 worth, nailed down tight and sealed with silicone. It gave the sauna a rugged Scandinavian look, clean, functional, and minimal. Once the shell was up, we cut out a small window for light. Used an old door I refinished myself, and suddenly it started feeling real. Inside, the build became more delicate. The benches were the soul of the sauna. I made them from smooth pine planks, sanded down by hand to avoid splinters. The lower bench sat about 18 inches from the floor. The upper one about 36. The total cost for the wood and brackets came to around $90, but the comfort they added was priceless. Now for the heart of it, the heater. We had 2 options, electric or wood burning. Electric is clean and easy, but I wanted authenticity. I found a compact wood stove online for $250. It wasn't fancy, but it was built to last. I used heat-resistant bricks to form a base, installed a small chimney pipe through the roof, and sealed every joint tight. Safety first, no shortcuts. When we lit that stove for the first time, smoke curled lazily out of the chimney, and the smell of cedar and firewood filled the air. It felt ancient. Within half an hour, the temperature inside climbed past 170 degrees Fahrenheit. We poured water over the hot stones and watched the steam rise, soft, hissing alive. We spent that first evening in silence. Just the sound of fire crackling, sweat dripping, and the faint wind outside. It wasn't luxurious, it wasn't perfect, but it was ours, built with our hands, with mistakes and adjustments, with late nights and stubborn persistence. As for the total cost, all in, around $1,050. That covered lumber, insulation, metal roofing, stove, and small details like nails, hinges, and heat sealant. Compared to a $5,000, $8,000 pre-built sauna, we saved nearly 80%. But the real gain wasn't money, it was mastery. We learned what heat feels like when it's earned, not bought. Maintenance is minimal. A quick wipe down after each use, oiling the wood once a season, and cleaning the chimney every few months. That's it. The reward? A personal retreat just steps from the back door. Now, every time I walk out there on a cold evening, open that door and feel the wave of heat hit my face. I remember what it took to make it real. This isn't a spa. It's a statement that you don't need perfect tools, big money, or professional help to create something extraordinary. You just need to start. And if you're thinking about doing the same, don't overthink it. Grab your plans, buy what you can afford, and let your hands do the talking. There is something almost sacred about stepping into a space you built yourself, where every board holds a story, and every drop of sweat has purpose. Because at the end of the day, the best part of building a backyard sauna isn't the heat inside. It's the fire it lights inside you.